Well, good afternoon, friends. This is Bill checking in from St. Pete Micro Farm here in St. Petersburg, Florida. So last time we checked in, I was still working on painting all of these boards. They are now finalized, as well as the pergola has been completely finished painted. So we'll go and take a look at that real fast. I think it came out real nice. I still have to clean up a few things, but yeah, that is done. All that's left is to put the two gates on there, and then I'll have a place to put our address. And let's see, all this material is still in use. This will be mostly used for the construction of the gates, but the first gate is up. Here we are. So this pathway is now essentially complete. I've got the gravel in, I've got a place for the water to run off, and this is the first gate. So what I decided to do is put a barrel latch. That way it'll swing in or out. If I do a normal latch, it'll have to stop right there. But by doing the barrel latch, it gives me the options. And then here is the new pathway. Of course, I got to put the barrel latch back in. That is the only negative with the barrel latch, is that you can't just slam it and it'll latch itself. But here are the next four gates. And once those are all built and in, it'll give me a really nice finished feel to the front yard garden area. And then these right here, some of you, if you've been following St. Pete Micro Farm for some time, you know that we got some fiberglass dock boxes, and if you've seen those at marinas or whatever, it's where they store life vests or whatnot, and they last for a very long time, but usually the lids are the first thing that breaks on them. Somebody sits on them or whatever happens, they get broken. So I'm experimenting with a new type of lid. I'm actually putting adhesive-backed roofing material on there, because when I've used plywood in the past, it eventually wears down. It gets permeated with water or saturated with water, and it delaminates, and then I have to replace the lids, and it's kind of a pain in the butt to replace the lids. So this time I'm going to try putting the actual roofing surface. I'm going to caulk around the edges, primer and paint really, really well, and hopefully get new lids installed. So I tried doing, if you've ever seen the 4x8 sheets of PVC at Home Depot, I tried doing it with some of those, and they were okay at first, but once I painted them the gray, so it got so hot, they just melted. So I'll give you an example here. You can see it's totally beveled in to where the edges are pulling up, and now it just pools water. So that's no good. So all of those need to be replaced. I've got 3 of those. I found 2 of them on Christmas Eve one day just on a walk, which was fantastic. The other one, I can't remember where we found it. But yeah, here is the new, say hi, Steph.
Hi.
There we go. This is the new and improved kayak rack, and it has also been finish painted. So it's all done. There are so many nooks and crannies. I really wish I had pre-primed and pre-painted all of this lumber before construction. That's what I learned on this one, especially with things that have a lot of nooks and crannies. Just always take the time, pre-paint, pre-primer. You run the risk of priming and painting materials that you end up not using, and then you can't return them. So I get the logic of building it, then primer and painting. But yeah, for something like this, holy moly, it would have been so much easier to just do a little touch up rather than be down under there. There's the kayaks, and here's a bunch of other construction materials from the secondary structure reconstruction. And then on the side of the house, I've always used this as a boneyard, and now I want this to be a nice pathway. I want this to actually be accessible. So what I did is I've got these center blocks. I talked about these in an earlier video. So I paint them gray. They're leaned against the house. Here's 2 pieces of material that are just ready to go. And then I've got my 2x6s. I got 4 of those already pre-primed, painted, 4 4x4s, 1 2x4, a couple more center blocks, and those just kind of hang out of the way. They're under the awning, so hopefully I won't have to worry about them. Oh, here's a snake. It's one of our resident snakes. Hey, buddy. All right, he's on a mission to go someplace. Where are you going? Say hello to everybody. We have a bunch of snakes around here. Anyways, I touched his tail, it made him mad. But yeah, here is I do not have enough room to properly set out this much primed and painted lumber to dry, but did the best I could charging along here at the St. Pete Micro Farm. Yeah, that's the check-in for today. Very excited to have these milestones checked off. Like I said, next is the other gates. Oh, and then, you know how there's always those little projects that you wish you had time to get to, and you just never have time to get to? So this is there's just a little brick runner along the side here, and this one broke off forever ago, and I've just never had time to reset it. So I'm gonna tap a hole or two, tap some rebar through that slab, open this up here, drill a couple holes, slide it over the rebar, put some concrete in there, fill it. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna do it exactly. I'm not really a mason, but I'll make it look good enough that most people won't even notice that it's problematic. Our Mame Sapote is finally making fruits, and there's lots of bees. I don't know if you can see that bee. Lots of bees coming. Oh, almost landed on me. But we're finally getting, look at all this fruit up there. We have been waiting for this tree to really become productive, and just look at how many flowers, and it is happy. It has finally hit its groove. So we're very excited about that. Steph's got the beginnings of her raised bed going. I want to stucco. This is a upcycled garage door. I just took a garage door and chopped it up and made it into a raised bed. We backfilled it with compost and food scraps, but I want it to actually look really nice. I'm gonna stucco the outside and paint it the same gray as the house so that it eventually blends in. And then I'm gonna take some more garage doors and build some other raised beds, because she doesn't have enough room for veggie beds, especially not veggie beds that are not in chicken areas. Chickens love fresh veggies, just like all of us. So left to their own devices, they will jump up into the raised beds and help themselves. And then they can be fantastically destructive, which is useful when you want them to knock down the weeds, or you want them to create their poops will fertilize the soil. They keep the bugs down because they're eating all the bugs. Yeah, super handy. But yeah, that's a check-in here at St. Pete Micro Farm. Hope you all are having a great day. Thanks for watching, and we'll have some fresh, cool, new updates coming your way soon. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel of getting all these projects done. So stay tuned. Please subscribe, follow, share, like, jump up and down, do a handstand, whatever makes you feel good. Awesome. Take care.